Hello guys.
Hey guys.
So today is another day. It's a gloomy day and we are alone in here. We're not really doing that much today. So instead we are just gonna answer a few questions on like we found it interesting because we talk about it all the time anyway about Dennis if Dennis wanted to live in America or in the Philippines. But first, we wanna also answer about that questions. Are we even married? Because we don't wear our wedding rings.
Yeah.
No wedding rings.
We do have wedding rings.
Yeah, we do have wedding rings. Mine, I don't wear it, and I'm gonna be very honest because I gained some weight, maybe more than some weight, and of course my fingers got fat. So I couldn't wear my wedding ring anymore. What am I gonna do? Where am I gonna wear it? And plus, I'm doing a lot of things, and it's really. But I'm not saying that I don't give it a value. Of course, that's not gonna stop me from valuing our marriage. And so I just didn't wear it because I couldn't. What?
Yeah. I took mine off. I don't know, 6 months or so ago because I was getting a rash under there.
Yeah.
Over here from sweating all the time and so it was more comfortable
without
it. So I just never put it back on. But it's no big deal. We don't need rings to know we're married. We've been married 15 years.
Yeah, I know wedding rings are also important because to let know like you are married and like that. But
it's just a symbol,
Right.
Yeah.
So that is the answer of your questions. And what was the other one, honey?
Oh, somebody asked I thought it was an interesting question. One of our latest videos. He asked if the price of things in America were as cheap as they are in the Philippines, the cost of living, would we live in the Philippines or live in America? And it's kind of interesting because it's hard to answer that question.
It is.
I mean, we moved here because of a lot of reasons. Financial being one of them, because I wasn't working anymore, living on some pension, and all that. But yeah, I mean, if the cost of living was the same in the U.S. as it is here, which is hard to imagine, we couldn't go and be in the U.S. and buy a piece of property and build a house for under $20,000. You couldn't do that. I love the U.S. It's my country, and we went a lot of places there. We saw a lot of things. Yosemite and all the big national parks, and went to almost every state. There's some we didn't make it to, but went to almost every state. So a lot of beautiful country there. When I was younger, I did a lot of hunting and fishing, and had a lot of guns and loved to shoot guns. But which is you can't do some of that stuff here.
No.
And had metal detectors there. Always went metal detecting, gold panning and stuff. Can't really do that here either. The big thing about living here than there is peaceful. There's a lot less stress here. And it's amazing. Everybody's afraid to come to the Philippines. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people are worried about coming to the Philippines. And of course you would be, because it's not your home country, and it's
the culture
foreign to you. Different to you, but I feel safer here than I did in the U.S. I mean, in the U.S. there's school every day. There's a mass shooting there. I mean, in either school, church, movie theaters, something. I mean, 365 days a year, and they have 500 mass shootings a year, so more than one a day. And they don't have mass shootings here. Yeah, I haven't heard of any since we've been here almost 5 years.
It happens once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while, but not every day. But anyway, here it's pretty peaceful, man. I mean, you can put yourself in a dangerous situation here if you try hard enough. But I don't have any fear of walking down these streets and getting shot by somebody or whatever. I mean, it's possible. I'm sure it does happen. But we kind of live out in a province area, so there's a few miles to town. But I feel perfectly safe walking around here. So back to the question, I don't know that I could answer that right offhand. I mean, of course, I miss my family and being able to see my family in person rather than video. And besides, I don't think the U.S. is the same now as it was when we left.
No, it don't seem to.
I mean, from all the news reports and everything. So I don't know that I can answer that question in one sitting. I'd really have to consider it. But if I had to answer a question right off the top of my head, I would say no. I wouldn't live in the U.S.
We actually always ask that question all the time, because if we go back to the U.S., we're gonna have to start at the beginning, get a place to live, get a car, settle. The most expensive part is to settle down.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be different if we still had a house there, still had property there, and all that. But we don't. We sold everything.
I know, and besides, here in the Philippines, we are at peace here. I'm very grateful living close to my family. They genuinely care for Dennis.
They do.
Dennis genuinely care for them too. So what more could you ask for?
Yeah, we lived in the U.S. when we first got married. I came over here after she got her fiancé visa and got her, and then we flew back to the U.S. together and then got married. And we lived there for 11 years, and all the time. She came back here, I think, 3 times in those 11 years to visit your family, but just a brief visit, So when it came time to make a decision to come here, I thought, man, she's been there away from her family for 11 years. Now it's her turn to go be near her family, and I'll go with her there. So, and I'm really glad we did. Her family is just, people are salt of the earth, man. They're just great people. I know they care about me, and I care about them, and so it worked out very well.
But
for us.
honestly, though, honey, if our situation there was okay in the U.S., I think we would have stayed there, because our main concern is really for medical or health insurance and all that. And I didn't know Dennis would like it here.
Yeah, I try to remember how I felt before we moved here. Because sometimes, feeling fades and you forget. And I remember I was very frustrated with the U.S. I kept saying the last month we were there, I can't wait to get out of here, man. Because, I felt like everything is about money there. Every time you turn around, the utility companies clipping you for something. Everybody's trying to get you for everything, every penny they can. So that was very frustrating. And insurance. Man, insurance for everything in the world. And I knew coming here that, wasn't going to have health insurance, but that just came with the thing of moving here, right? I know if an emergency comes and, I'm going to be at the mercy of either trying to get back to the U.S. to get medical treatment or having enough money to get some medical treatment here.
Yeah, that is another question that we also want to answer, because there are so many people that is always that's been asking or still asking about insurance. When you move here in the Philippines, you have to take the risk that you will never get the same health insurance like you do in the U.S.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but I knew that coming in here, moving here. And that was part of the deal. When I came here, I knew probably coming over here, if I had a major medical deal, I'd probably die. But, that's a decision I made, personally I made, to come here. And, with the history I had, 3 heart attacks, being at my age, even if I could find somebody that would insure me, I wouldn't be able to afford it. We didn't have that kind of money. So, yeah.
It was the riskiest part that we did on, moving to the Philippines, knowing that Dennis had a heart attack. And we thought about that many times. And we were, I know people are concerned about, why did you guys move to the Philippines and blah, blah, blah. And, of course we thought about that, but at the same time, we thought that it would make our life so much better, because if we stayed there, maybe you are gonna get we are gonna get so stressed, especially Dennis.
Yeah, I
get
have
so
another heart
stressed.
attack.
Yeah, and so we thought we should just give it a try. It was almost kind of really like a gamble, moving here. And thankfully, thank God, you know, the first 2 years was rough, but after 2 years is slowly getting better and better, because the first 2 years was the hardest part, because we
Getting the
had
house
to
finished.
work on the house little by little, and then when it got done, then we were able to, you know, breathe a little better.
Yeah. So getting back to the question, you know, if things were cheap there as they are here, would we choose to live in the U.S.?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's not. The big factor is financial, but there's still other factors too, man. A lot less stress here. We're both under, than the U.S., which is, you know, very stressful. And, you know, of course, every country's got its pros and cons about.
How you doing?
I was seeing who's out there. Anyway, every country's got its pros and cons about politics or economy, or every country in the world's got its issues.
Yeah, there's always a pros and cons anywhere anyway. Even though the Philippines has cons about, you know, health insurance, medical, and all of that, there's still also a lot of good things about here and advantages in here, because here is cheaper. If you are drawing social security or any kind of just a small pension or right amount that you cannot survive in the US, but here in the Philippines you will be fine.
Yeah, it's like, do I live my life dreading for the day that I get sick and can't recover, and preparing for that, or do I enjoy what life I have left? And that's the decision.
That's the main thing that I only want you to feel, honey, is that you are happy here, and you're not, no stress, and you know, I'm sure of course I know you missed your family. For now, we are living our life here in the Philippines, I would say. I can't,
no regrets. I mean, we're pretty much settled here now, and believe it or not, you can get used to the climate after a while. I mean, I don't know if you ever fully adjust to the heat, because the older you get, the harder it is on you. But I do a lot better with it now than I did when we first got here. Got here, man, I was miserable, you know, because of the heat. But I do a little better with it now. So I don't know if we ever answered your question or not. I just rambled along.
Yeah, we just thought that when we read the question that it is very interesting and important, because we actually discuss about that question. I ask Dennis that all the time. We're just thinking, why would we do something else if we are fine in here, if we are happy in here, and we live at peace here?
Like I said, I'm not sure if we answered the question or the answer is clear as mud now. But I don't know that we have an answer right now. There's a lot of things to consider, not just the economics. I mean, if things were the same in the U.S. as here, cost of everything the same, economics balanced out, there's still a lot of other things to consider that you'd have to make your decision. So I don't know if the end result of the question was to find out if we're think we made a bad move here. We do not. We're glad we made the move.
Yes, the best decision.
It was the best decision for us at the time. So no regrets, and
we're happy.
Yeah, we're happy.
Are you happy, honey?
Yeah, so far. Yeah.
So might change later.
No.
Thank you very much for listening to, you know, our chit chat or chica. And that is it for our video today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching another video on this particular topic. And thank you for all of you guys who don't skip the ads. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you again tomorrow.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.